I'm not going to be that tough on him. I mean, what he did was silly, but you know, we've all done silly things. I did silly things. We all did silly things. But I do want you to understand something. I do not condone this. You got to use your brains. This kind of thing affects your future. You follow me?
Yes, sir. I completely agree.
You don't want to affect your future. Taking the plea under HIDA, Mr. Zelnick, I think I already asked you, but if you have something else, I'll listen to you.
Yeah.
I don't want to poo-hoo this. I don't think there's anything to poo-hoo. By the same token, kids make mistakes. And to a 19, 20-year-old kid to find out his best friend started dating his girlfriend could have been handled like 10,000% better. But what are you asking me to do? Anything? All right. People against Christine Francis Luzinski, 26F245459. Good morning. Everybody's name, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leslie Aycock, on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Luchinsky, is present to my right. Can you please state your name for the court this morning?
Christine Luzinski.
All right, so she is going to plead guilty to the charge of operating while impaired. They're going to dismiss the original charge, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Luzinski, is that what you would like to do, ma'am?
Yep.
If you plead guilty to operating while impaired, I'm going to dismiss the operating while intoxicated. The possible penalties are up to $300 in fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service, court costs, or all of those, 4 points, license suspension or revocation in accordance with your record. And your vehicle could be or might have to be immobilized depending upon your record. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You are presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a trial by court or a trial by jury. At a trial, you'd have the right to remain silent or testify. If you remain silent, that silence would not be held against you. If you plead guilty, you're giving up all those rights. You're giving up the presumption of innocence. You're waiving the requirement that they prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and there will be no trial of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes.
To the charge of operating while visibly impaired, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Were you operating a motor vehicle on January 7th of 26 at 10:04 p.m. on Gibraltar near Mayfair in the city of Flat Rock?
Yes.
Did you drink alcohol prior to that? And what did you drink and how much?
Yes. Approximately 6 beers.
All right. And why were you pulled over by the police? It says on the citation you were swerving between lanes of travel. Do you agree with that?
Yes, swerving.
You think you were swerving at least in part because of your alcohol consumption?
Yes.
And there was a blood test that revealed 0.147. Do you stipulate that that was accurate for purposes of the plea, Ms. Aycock?
Yes, we would so stipulate. Thank you.
Are you on probation or parole, ma'am?
No.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No.
All right, I'm gonna accept your plea. I'll dismiss the operating while intoxicated, refer you for a screening and assessment. You're going to be screened and assessed today, and then you'll be sentenced at a later time, okay? So we'll give you that date, and then you'll have to come up here and fill out a questionnaire and be interviewed by the probation department. What do you have for me, Heather?
We could do this on June, oh my goodness, May 28th at 8:30.
Is that good with you, Ms. Aycock?
I have a circuit court PPO hearing at 10, and that
I'll
is
have
in
you out of
person
here at
downtown.
8:30. I'll have you out of here if you can do it. If not, we'll give you another date.
Yeah, as long as I can get downtown by 10.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
we'll make it 8:30 in the morning, okay? And
Oh.
again, you can be there if you'd like, or you can both come in as long as you're in the same location, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day. Thank you. Good luck, man.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right, people against Robertson, Jeremy Robertson, file number 25WA37064. Your name? On March 4 of 26, I sentenced you. There was $1,831 to be paid, including restitution to Lowe's in the amount of $1,146. Let's
That's
see, I also allowed you to pay that at the rate of $150 bi-weekly beginning March the 13th. The charge that I have in front of me alleges that you failed to pay your fines and costs as ordered. $1,831. Do you understand that? Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing or trial of any kind. Do you understand that? You have the right to a lawyer. I'll be happy to give you one at public expense. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Would you like a lawyer?
sir.
Are those sunglasses or what are those? I can't hear you.
Here's transition.
I still didn't.
Transition.
Okay. Yeah, I'd encourage you not to have those on when you come back unless you need them for vision, okay? All right, so I will go ahead and enter a not guilty plea. I'm gonna give you a lawyer. And, we will go from there. So I'm entering a not guilty plea. We'll give you a probation lawyer. You'll meet with them. Either way, you're coming back in front of me, okay?
Yes, sir.
Any questions? I can't hear you. Just need to keep your voice up, okay? Good luck. People against Scott Joseph Hires. 26G307010. Your name, sir?
Tired.
All right, so they're offering you impeding traffic. Do you want to plead to impeding traffic?
Yes, sir.
All right, you got one prior to that charge of impeding traffic. You plead responsible or not responsible? I'm gonna accept your plea of responsibility. You got one prior, $160 is the total. I'll dismiss the disregard stop sign. Be careful, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. You can go right down the hall and make your payment.
Thank you.
People against Daniel M. Mace, 26G306969. Morning, Mr. Mace. Your name?
Anyone else?
All right, so the charge here is speeding. All right, let me just check. All right, so you're gonna plead to impeding, correct?
Yes, Chairman.
All right, to that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Possible.
All right, I'll accept the plea. You've got, it looks like no priors. 150 is your total. Cash you into the hall to your right. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You. People against Dominic Fioretto. 26G307011. All right, your name?
Dominic Fioretto.
All right. You had an accident a year ago, right? You're gonna plead to impeding. They're going to dismiss the stop sign violation, true?
Yes.
And that's what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
To the charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible? I'll accept the plea. 160 is your total. Cash you into the hall to your right, and you're all set.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Good luck. Chestnut. Elvin Daniil Chestnut the second, 26T648303A, B, and C. Could I have Keith Gross seated at the table, my right, your left? Sir, your name?
Oh, Chestnut.
You're charged with driving on a suspended and expired plate and no proof of insurance. You have the right to a lawyer on these. If you want one, I'll give you one. If you want a lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it's just gonna take a little bit of time.
Don't even want blood.
Okay, so I can arraign you. I'll explain the charge, the possible penalties and your rights, and then you can go talk to the prosecutor, okay? On April 13 of 26, it is alleged that you did operate a motor vehicle on Fort near Harrison and Trenton at 5:05 PM with a suspended license. That is a misdemeanor. It is punishable by up to $500 fines, 93 days jail, costs, or all those 2 points. Do you understand that? You also have an expired plate and no proof of insurance, 0-point civil infraction charges. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights form? If you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights, and we will not have a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that? You understand that? You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yeah.
All right, I'll enter a not guilty plea. I'm gonna have them give this to the prosecutor. And he will call you in, okay? Any questions? Good luck. Keith Allen Gross, 26G 82668. Come on up to the podium, sir. It's all right. Your name?
Keith Gross.
Okay, so you're charged with failure to respond to a civil infraction. So apparently they issued a civil infraction, they think, and you didn't respond in any form or fashion, so they filed a misdemeanor charge. The charge is a criminal charge from failure to respond to a civil infraction. It is punishable by up to $100 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I'll give you one now.
I don't get water.
Okay, they think that this happened at Mar Street, 30348 Mar, in the city of Gibraltar, February 17 of 26. It says they issued you a civil infraction on January the 28th. And that was for failure to clear snow from a public sidewalk after being warned previously. So this is a misdemeanor punishable by up to $100 in fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing with a trial of any kind. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, you still wish to waive your right to a lawyer?
I do.
Not guilty plea, I will enter. I'm gonna give you $100 personal bond. You don't have to post any money. Here are your bond conditions. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. Violate the law. You must appear in court as directed, okay? So you go down the hall. We're gonna give this to the Gibraltar prosecutor. He will call you in when he is ready, okay?
Judge, can I say something? We spend our winters here in Florida. And we were just made aware of this one day.
Go explain that to him,
Okay,
okay?
thank you.
Go explain that to him. All right, I don't know what happened here, but
Well, his son resides at the house and when we finally called him after I got the paperwork, yes, Dad, I did get cited for it. Why didn't you pay it? Well, I don't know.
I see. So your son did this to you.
Yes,
See?
gotta love him.
You and I are about a month apart, okay? I look at your birthday. That's what happens, isn't it? Go talk, explain your situation to the prosecutor. All right?
Down the hall.
No, right outside there, Gibraltar, you're gonna go to conference room number 3. So that's gonna be right outside the doorway there, and then to your right on those pews, okay?
Thank you, yeah.
Thank you, Julia Ann McCormick, 26T 646-780. Nathaniel Mays, you can have a seat up at the table here. Nathaniel Mays, ma'am, your name?
Julian.
All right, you're charged with operating with the presence of drugs. You have the right to an attorney. Would you like one? I'll set you up with a lawyer, okay? So just go out in the hallway. They're gonna be backed up, so it may take a little bit, but just be patient, okay? Thank you. Nathaniel David Hayes, 25T 643-636. Where's Mr. Hayes at? Yeah, was this guy notified to be here?
Hayes, was that the name? Oh, yeah, there.
It's a review hearing.
You didn't check down with me.
Did we not issue a show cause? The last time that he wasn't here, I don't dismiss these unless they show up. So he wasn't here April 23. And I said, issue show cause regarding why conviction should not enter for failure to appear for review. I'm not gonna get in the habit of having these guys sit home. So I don't see where a show cause was issued, Heather.
Sorry, it was issued for today with the review. I'm sorry, I didn't put your name after it, but today was a show cause in a review hearing. We put it together.
I just, if you didn't, that's okay. I mean,
No,
I
it
just want.
is showing in here, Judge. I just didn't put the M after it. So the show cause was issued with the
Just
review.
don't see one in the file, though. I
Oh,
don't
the
see
note. Oh, from probation?
well, whoever's issuing the show causes, I believe it's them. right?
Cause I scheduled it for a show cause hearing after he didn't show on the
Okay, but
23rd.
did you actually prepare a written show cause? Because I don't
No.
see, pardon?
No, I just did the scheduling for it.
Somebody needs to do that, okay? So what, would you
Okay.
talk to Lisa? I don't know if, I hate this conviction. It looks like he did what he was supposed to do, but I just don't want to get in the habit, absent extraordinary circumstances, of dismissing these without these guys showing up. So I'm gonna have them issue a show cause, and I will issue it, just have them take this to Lisa and have her look at my language on April 23. I don't remember if you guys do it. I think probation does it.
Yeah, probation. I'll have them do it.
Yeah, okay, so reschedule that if you would, okay?
Okay.
Thanks. Sir, what is your name again? You have to unmute, yes.
That's Anthony Stefani.
Anthony Joseph Stefani, sir.
In here for today, Heather.
Joe calls.
Show cause?
Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry, Judge. I thought I was unmuted. He's a show cause today.
Is it a show cause where you never pled before on a probation violation or what?
It's a probation, yes. Miss Wilds had me requested this show cause for him today. So is there a blue back in there
I don't, is it in here?
or a written?
Oh,
or
okay,
a
I see.
written
I'm
show
gonna
cause?
call that Stefani. This is people against Anthony Joseph Stefani, 25W701-244. Your name?
Anthony Joseph Stefani, sir.
I believe you had a lawyer when I was in here, when you were in here on December 22nd, but that was with respect to another show cause. And now I thought we talked about this, but I'm gonna go ahead and arraign you on this new charge and give you a lawyer if you would like one, okay?
I'm all right, sir.
All right, so you are charged, first of all, this is a domestic violence case. And
This is,
I'm sorry?
I believe it was, I believe I went to court over this before. I was supposed to pay some money and then show back up to you, and I missed that court date because I was in the hospital.
Slow down. Let me just tell you what happened, okay? You
Yes,
pled
sir.
guilty to domestic violence back on March 4th of 25. I sentenced you on this on March 18th of 25. This show cause here alleges that you violated probation in the following aspects. Count one, that you failed to attend the domestic violence program with an 8-week follow-up. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Count two alleges you failed to pay your fines and costs. I thought we talked about that. And that you have a balance owing of $1,040. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty or if you are found guilty, you could get 5 days on each one of these counts, so you could receive 10 days on this. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You are presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by a preponderance of the evidence. You have the right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own witnesses, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. They have to prove that you violated probation by a preponderance of the evidence. If they fail to prove that, then the charge would be dismissed or you'd be found not guilty. If they do prove that, then you're subject to a 10-day jail term on this. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to an attorney. I'll be happy to provide you with one at public expense. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Like a lawyer.
No, sir.
Are you sure?
Well, I thought this was just an arraignment.
This is an arraignment. I'm either going to ask you how you plead or I'm going to give you a lawyer.
I guess I'll have the lawyer then, sir.
I'm not trying to talk you into it. If you want to represent yourself, that's fine by me.
No,
but-
well, no, I must have misunderstood.
Okay, I'll enter a not guilty plea. I'm gonna give you a lawyer. We're gonna set them up with you in that, in a breakout room, so you can speak with them now, and let's try to expedite that for the county if we can, whoever the lawyer is, John. With this gentleman, I want him to, get a lawyer as soon as possible, okay? All right, just bear with us. I'm entering a not guilty plea. We'll give you a defense lawyer. Drew Aaron Gerald Jr. I have two files here. I have 26B150241A and B. Good morning, Mr. Granata.
Good morning, Ron. Peter Granata, P78413, MIDC counselor for Mr. Gerald. You just take the name for the record. Drew Gerald.
All right, give me 1 second here, okay, please? All right. Your client was in court. He pled guilty on April the 16th, operating while visibly impaired. He also pled guilty to possession of controlled substance. This was cocaine under section 7411. He was referred for a screening and assessment. They had the opportunity to review the report with him, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
I did review the report with Mr. Gerald, and we have no additions, subtractions, or change.
All right, anything that you would like to say on his behalf?
Your Honor, I just would like to say that as far as Mr. Gerald is going, he's working 50, 60 hours a week, but he understands that he's got to make this commitment to get done everything that's in the probation report. He would only ask the court if you would consider allowing him to do community service instead of a court work program. If the court was going to assign him a court work program, he's been in touch with a couple of nonprofits in his area. He's got a line on being able to get the community service done if the court decides that the court work program could be opposed.
He lives in Taylor, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Mayor.
Anything you would like to say, sir?
No.
Why are you fooling around with cocaine? Let's get rid of that, okay?
Yeah, I had a bad day, man. I messed up.
Well, you don't apologize to me. I just worry about anybody who's getting involved with it.
Okay, I'm gonna do it right now.
Jail
Okay,
and deal with
okay,
Stefani.
okay, thank you so much.
All right. Have you been going to AA?
I've not done that part yet.
Why not?
one near me is in Monroe,
Hang
and
on.
I looked into
Wait,
it.
say again.
The only one near me, like the closest one to me is in Monroe.
Well, you live in Taylor.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you mean? You're trying to tell me you gotta drive 35 minutes to get to an AA meeting?
that's just what I saw online. I don't know if there's other ones that I didn't see.
That's the closest local law.
We're not gonna get along very well if you're gonna be this bad at complying with the orders.
Sorry about that.
Well, I mean, listen, nobody needs to apologize to me. You didn't hit me with your car when you were drunk. And I'm just telling you, you should apologize to yourself, because that just puts you in a bad light with me right now. You can't do that. I don't just order these things willy-nilly. And it's not just something I decide. I look at everything. You need to go to AA and NA. Look, you are what, 30?
Yeah.
You got bench warrants, and I get the fact that some of these are just traffic offenses. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bench warrants for failure to appear or take care of civil infractions. You had a attempt R&O in 16, attempt misdemeanor B&E of vehicle 200 or more, but less than 1,000 in 16. And that was, they made it an attempt, so that was a 6-month. Then you had a felony armed robbery in 17, drunken disorderly in 21. You're fooling around with cocaine. I mean, come on, and you're driving drunk. Okay, so I just want to caution you here. I don't mean to sound like a tough guy. I'm not making suggestions when I tell you things, okay? All right? You have to do them. If you don't, we're gonna have a problem. We don't wanna have a problem. I'm placing you on probation for 15 months on both cases. I will take your drug case under 7411 as you agreed with the prosecutor. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol. No alcohol. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume alcohol or illegal controlled substances. No marijuana either. You're to submit to chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs. I'm gonna make it weekly for 3 months. If you're clean, I'll make it bi-weekly for 2, then monthly, okay? But you have to test weekly. Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. In order that you go to AANA 3 times a week in person until you're in outpatient treatment, I'm gonna order outpatient treatment on these. You have to provide proof that you're attending AA every time you meet with the probation officer, okay? You have to do that, and then but once you get in outpatient, so if you don't procrastinate, like I sense you might be trying to do, you can get an outpatient next week. You only have to go to AA for 1 week. Do we understand one another? I'm also going to order that you attend the Victims Impact Panel, which is 1 night put on by Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right. All these terms are going to run concurrent now. And so what I'm going to do, you were arrested, so he has 1 day credit coming, correct, counsel?
Yes, sir.
All right. 5 days jail credit, 1 served 4. 3 days court work program, $105 charge for that. 1 day of community service. I'm going to give you until June the 30th to complete that. So you can do 8 hours community service at any nonprofit organization of your choosing. Okay, I don't care where it is. Salvation Army, St. Vincent de Paul, a church, animal shelter, Habitat for Humanity. I could care less. But you have to do 3 days on the court work program. And I'm being more than fair with you here, okay?
Yes.
But you gotta comply with orders. All right. So I want you to understand I'm going to run all these terms concurrent. The day community service again by June 30. There's a $35 a day charge for the court work program, bringing your total there to $105. I'm also going to order on the impaired charge, and I'm going to put all the common fees on the impaired charge: 300 fines, 250 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 675 screening fees, 60 for 710. Probation fees are 300 for 1,010. Cost of recovery is 150 for 1,160. Attorney fees are 40 for 1,200, and you have court work program fees of 105. Your total's 1,305. There's a justice assessment fee on the drug charge. I'll only go 50 fines, 50 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So that will be 225. We're going to give them a review hearing date on that case. So that should be in late July, Heather, of 27. So you're 225 on that. You are, they will run concurrent, like I said. You're going to start going to AA, right?
Yes.
You're not going to ignore me again, right?
No.
Good. Then we'll get along just fine, you and me. Now, I'm going to ask you this. Don't lie to me. When did you last do cocaine?
That day.
Okay, good. So if we send you for a drug test tomorrow, I'll know that that was new use.
Yeah, I've been.
Okay, good enough. Good. No, I believe you. Good enough. I just was going to cover you in case you did. I was going to tell them don't have you test for a few days, but since you said no, we'll have you test. You owe 1,305 plus 225. That's 1,530. Can you pay all of that today?
No.
How much can you pay today?
$100.
Okay, you're going to take me serious, though, right?
Yes.
You're going to take me serious, right?
Yeah.
Also, you're going to clear all your warrants. Clear all
Judge,
of your.
Can I interject real quick, Judge? I'm just getting a different total. Can we go over that real quick again?
Absolutely. You're probably right, Heather. You're gonna clear all your warrants by July the 1st. Okay? So let me just see, 300, 250, that's 550, 675 with the crime victims' rights and justice assessment. Let's see, 675, screening fees 60 for 735. Oh, probation fees are 300,035. Then I think I didn't say attorney fees. 11.
Okay, I did not get attorney fees. How much for
Yeah, and I
attorney
wrote
fees?
it down, $40. So it's 1345, or 1305, including that, right?
Well, cost recovery was 150, correct?
Correct.
I have 1330.
Geez, I think I'm low. 250, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment. That's 675. The screening fee is 60 for 735. Probation fees are 300 for 1,035. Cost of recovery is 150 for 1185. Court work program is 105, 1290 plus, you're right. Thank you. 1330. 1330. My apologies. I knew you'd be right and I'd be wrong. All right,
I
so
just
what do
like
you
to
have?
check.
How much can you pay per week then?
Per week,
Yes, or bi-weekly?
bi-weekly, I can do 100.
I'll make it 75. Your first payment isn't due until June the 1. Now, listen, I tell everybody this, and then you're gonna pay all your money at 100 bi-weekly on the B file after fines costs paid on the A file, okay? Now, I offer people this. I don't know why they don't take me up on it, but they don't. If you don't have the money, it's not a problem. Just call the court. We'll go on Zoom. I'll be glad to give you an extension. Okay? We'll go on Zoom or you can walk in here on it before the due date. I don't mind giving you an extension. Just you can't ignore me, okay? You got me? All right.
I do have, one question about the court work program.
Okay.
That's only on week, correct?
No, it's on Saturdays and Wednesdays.
Okay.
Now and then a Wednesday. We do that once a month on Wednesdays. And then every Saturday pretty much.
How long do I have to, like, could I kind of plan around a Saturday? I might not be working.
Talk to probation.
Okay.
Okay? They'll try to work with you. Okay? No more. You got to get off this stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck. Thanks.
Thank you. Nice day.
You too. Bradley Lawrence Gaia. 26B12 150513A.
Good morning, Your Honor. Peter Granata, P78413, MIDC counsel, for Mr. Guy.
Really? All right. So he pled guilty to impaired. The OWI was dismissed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who's got the phone? Whoever's got the phone, go take it out of the building, please. All right. I'm sorry.
I've had a chance to go over the PSR with Mr. Gaio. We don't have any additions, subtractions or corrections. The only thing that we would ask the court to consider is, again, community service in place of, court work program if the court, so deems that part of the sentence.
How many times you been in trouble?
Speeding ticket.
You've never had a criminal charge before. So I'm not saying I necessarily agree with this. You were in the ditch, right?
Yes,
You were by yourself, right?
yes,
Nobody else was struck, right?
yes. Right.
Were you truthful on the screening? And this was a breathalyzer, correct?
Yes.
Do you want to say anything? You want to do all this stuff that they ordered you to, that they want you to do? Did you review this report? Pardon?
No, I did not.
You think you need it? I don't need it. According to the statute, there's really a presumption that you don't, that I'm not supposed to put everybody on probation. In other words, it's presumed that probation is not necessary on this type of offense. You get a 116 and a 113. Yes, you did drive into a ditch. Yes, you did admit to the police you were screwed up. Yes. You did test in category 1 on the alcohol use portion and the drug use portion. So I can't rationalize this in my mind, even though I might disagree with the law. That's not my province. $300 in fines, $350 in costs. That's $650. You have 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, $775. Screening fees, $60 for $835. Cost of recovery is 50 for $985, $150 for $985, and I'm gonna charge you $40 in attorney fees. Your total is $1,025. I'm also gonna order that you serve 3 days jail credit, 1 serve 2. I'll let you serve those by way of community service. So 2 days of community service, 16 hours. You're gonna do that by, I'm going to give you until June the 30th to complete that. I'm not placing you on probation. I'm going to also order, I want you to do the victims impact panel too. That's one night put on by Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. Anybody who ever drink should do that and driven. So I'm going to order that. So victims impact, 2 days community service by June the 30th. Fines cost $1,025. And you are all set. If you violate though, if you don't pay your fines, or if you don't do the victims impact panel, if you don't complete your community service, you could get 93 days with credit for any time served. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have 21 days to appeal. You have 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that? Stay out of here, will you?
Judge,
See you again. All right.
Judge, he
Thank
also
you.
did have the distracted driving that was reduced down for 155 with that one too. That he pled to at the last hearing.
Correct. I'm sorry. You also owe 100. I'm going to charge you 150 on the distracted. Okay. They dismissed the open intox. So you owe 1175. Can you pay all that or do you need some time? Okay. So you pay this now. You'll meet with probation now. I sincerely wish you well. Don't come back though. Okay.
Sure.
Have a great day. Thank you. Are we ready on Noah Stackpool? Who has that one?
Mason,
Where's Mason? I want to get
he's in his office.
people against Nathaniel David Hayes, 5T 643636. John, find out what these lawyers have. Sadie, tell me what these lawyers have.
Mr. Zelnick's on tow, counselors on
Gagnon and Tillery.
Tillery and Gagnon.
Tillery and Gagne? All right. Your name, sir?
Nathaniel Hayes.
This is 25T 643636. I placed you on probation on November 6th. And we issued a show cause. Why didn't you show up for your review hearing on April 23?
There was a mistake. I accidentally read the wrong email. I have 3 different email threads from Miss Wiles.
Did you show up today late?
No, I was here before 9:30.
Okay. Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear affirm under the penalty of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
Yes, sir.
Since you were in court when I placed you on probation on November 6th, have you been arrested?
Yes, sir.
You have?
Yes, sir.
For what?
What have you had?
So you had another case after I put you on probation?
Yes.
Can't dismiss this then. Where's that pending at? This is why I want them here. Where was that at?
Was. Why not?
Has that been disposed of yet?
Not yet. I still have working. Yeah.
You didn't get printed on that yet either, did you? They didn't print you either. All right,
I was in a Zoom meeting call with Ms. Wells for half an hour, the 23rd. I misunderstood the email. I didn't know I was supposed to.
don't worry about it. It has nothing to do with that. That's why I show cause you. But I called your case earlier and you didn't step forward. Let me, I'm not gonna be able to dismiss this. But let me think about it. Have a seat. I'm not gonna be able to dismiss it though. So you have a seat. I'll be with you in a second. Tyler Keith Tillery, 26G306839,
Wait, no.
A and B. All right, good morning.
Judge McNally, appearing on behalf of the defendant Tyler
How
Tillery.
old are you? You look like you're 15, huh?
He's tall.
I know, he looks like he's gonna be a movie star someday. He'll be 32 when look like he's 32 when he's 50. How long were you adjourning this? 2 weeks?
2 weeks is fine, Judge. I think he's a candidate for sobriety for, this is the second offense for Mr. Tillery now.
What are you doing, young man?
So.
Where do you live? Brownstown?
Yes.
What's he doing with his life?
Judge, he's working, I got to know his family a little bit, because this first one was in the Romulus area, so I did represent him. He wanted to be a pilot, but that's been kind of thrown out of whack now, but he is working, he's a painter. He has a union job.
All
He
right.
does work schedule,
What was his breath or blood result?
0.21.
I tell these guys when they come in here less than 21 on the first, like, you know, you had this first one 2 years ago, not here, but in Romulus, like you said. You start getting drunk driving when you're 18 years old, you're probably headed for a felony drunk driving at some point, and that's where you are. All you gotta do is get one more in the next 60 years. I'll adjourn it to May 21 at 8:30 if you're good then. The sooner we get them going, the better.
Judge, I do have a Zoom in federal court at 9 o'clock that day, so if I'm interrupted,
No, you want me to set another day?
can we do it later in the morning?
Yeah, I'll do it at, how about 11?
That's fine.
We'll do it at 11, but I need to, I did not, you been going AA?
Yes, Judge, he showed me a AA slip, since April 23rd, he doesn't.
I gotta tell you though, I gotta have him on a SoberLink device. I'm sorry, defendants be on SoberLink device by end of day, so you're gonna meet with probation, they're gonna explain to you how you do that, do you understand that?
Yes.
You gotta get off of that. Okay, so we'll do it May 21 at 11, be glad to take him, seems like a nice kid, but you're ruining your life, what are you doing?
You want to make arrangements before that day, with somebody as far as sobriety court or?
No, you can take the packet. Why don't you go over there unless you have to run out of here, we can do that. They'll give you a packet for him to review and he can meet with the sobriety court probation officer now if he'd like, and they can at least explain the ins and outs of it, okay? And we'll see at 11 on the 21st, but I want you on a SoberLink device by the end of the day. Is his parents with him?
No, his parents are not here.
Where are they?
There.
They know about this?
Yes.
Good luck. Stay out of trouble, man. All right, good luck. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Julie Therese Gagne, 26G306741.
Hello, Joe Murray, Duncan, appearing on behalf of the defendant, Julie Gagne, goes to my right.
Good morning, ma'am. Your name?
Julie Gagne.
All right, so this is gonna be a plea to operating while impaired. They're going to dismiss the OWI, true?
Yes.
Is that what you want to do, ma'am? Is that what you want to do, is plead guilty to operating while impaired with the understanding that the OWI will be dismissed?
Yeah.
If you plead guilty to operating while impaired, the possible penalties are up to 300 fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service, court costs are all those, 4 points. License suspension or revocation in accordance with your record in your vehicle could be or might have to be immobilized depending upon your record. Do you understand that? And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yeah.
If you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights and we will not have a trial. Do you understand that? All right. Any questions before I go on? To the charge operating while visibly impaired, ma'am, how do you wish to plead? On March 20 of 26 at 11:07 PM, were you operating a motor vehicle on Jefferson near Gibraltar, in Gibraltar?
Yes,
And prior to that, did you drink alcohol? And if so, what did you drink and how much?
yes, I had 2 Jack and Cokes and a shot.
Shot of what?
I think it was peppermint shot.
Okay, was it a single shot?
Yes.
Was your ability to operate that motor vehicle impaired because of the alcohol consumption? And in what way?
I was told that I swerved. I was at a light, and when I turned, I was told I swerved.
Do you think you swerved?
Yeah, because I know because my car had to like autocorrect it.
Okay, do you think you swerved at least in part because of your alcohol consumption?
Yes,
Counsel, this says a 0.146 on the blood draw. Do you stipulate that was accurate for purposes of the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Are you on probation or parole, ma'am?
no,
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
no,
Ever been in trouble at all before?
no.
I'll accept the plea, dismiss the OWI. She had some case in '07, an ordinance violation, but it was dismissed. That's it. So I'll refer you.
Have a record, Judge.
Right. So I'll refer you for a screening and assessment, okay? And you're gonna go down the home, you're gonna get your notice, and then you come back for sentence. You want to do this on the 21st? To Mr.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll do this at 11 too, okay?
So you want her to go down and get a notice? and
She's
then-
gonna go down, get a notice, then you're going over to probation where you'll fill out a questionnaire and be interviewed, okay? And then come back on May 21st at 11.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day. And by the way, everybody, this is not my rule. If you guys would consider filling out those public satisfaction surveys, the Supreme Court wants us to do that. I'd appreciate it. Where is Brendan James Toe? 260-646-409. Is this kid gonna learn anything here if he dismisses this?
None of the victim is here, the parents.
Where's the victim at?
She's seated in the bank.
Come on up here.
There's 2 cases, Your Honor, so if there's a global resolution.
Oh.
Vote.
Okay.
Oddly enough, since we were here yesterday, his grandmother just passed away, so the family's got to go, and it's been just a rough week. Ma'am, would you step forward, you step back? Edward Zelenak for the defendant is present.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning,
Your name?
Jill Frederick.
Okay, why don't you go right over there, if you would, to that is a microphone, believe it or not. And I have Brendan James Toth, 26BT 646-409 and 26B 149414. Your name?
Brandon James.
All right, and his parents are with him.
Yes, they are.
And the victim is not seeking restitution, it says on 414. Are you the victim on the Brownstown case, ma'am, or the Trenton case?
Trenton case, brother.
All right, are you seeking restitution of any kind?
Just for the records to be completed.
It's been arranged already.
All right, I need to put it on record, though. Call him Mr. Bologna. So he's gonna plead to the turfing charge under height on the Brownstown case. And that is, if you plead guilty here, these are the possible penalties, up to 500 fines, 90 days jail costs, or all those. This would be taken under HIDA. And I believe, and I haven't had a turfing case in years, I think if there's a straight up plea that you'd lose your license.
No, this shouldn't go anywhere.
Well, I know it won't under HIDA, but I'm just saying if there was a straight up plea,
Oh, yeah.
you would lose your license. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So if you don't comply with probation, the conviction's going to be entered and you're gonna lose your license. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did he go get Mr. Bologna? 249. So if you plead to that one, the prosecutor's also going to move to dismiss the Trenton case of turping. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today?
You signed, yesterday you signed the advice part.
Yes.
I still need to sign one today. You're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable.
I'll give him here to sign what you're talking.
Okay. Did somebody get a hold of Mr.
Just
Wood?
called him.
Okay. And Ms. Frederick, I'm sorry, you live on, just tell me the street. I'm sorry, which one?
Third.
Third. Okay. Mr. Bologna, your name?
Anthony Glover, Your Honor.
I want to make sure everything's covered here. Is there some kind of risk? I understand what you're doing. He's pleading on the Brownstown case, victim not seeking restitution. It's going to be under HIDA. Based on that, this other case, the Trenton case, is going to be dismissed. I just want to make sure that the restitution is going to be taken care of.
My understanding is being taken care of. It was presented with a company that's providing services.
But if the case is dismissed, I lose jurisdiction is the problem.
I understand you're.
Well, we can come back, they can charge him again, Judge, and there'd be hell to pay then.
Well, no, not if it's part of another plea agreement.
Why?
Did you get a quote?
I did, yes.
How much is the quote for?
676.
I think there's a work order too that you might have already, right?
Wait a second. Are the parents gonna pay the 676?
Yes, they are. Your Honor. They've already paid, have you paid the company already?
Your Honor.
What's your name, sir?
Chris Cove.
Okay.
Brother's dad. The company that I reached out to actually takes care of her loan as well for sterilizing and impaired. He is just trying to fit in the schedule.
Have you paid them yet?
I offered to pay a deposit. He said he wanted to wait until the work was done because it could be a time of materials, but that's the 676 was his maximum.
Max,
Yes.
but see, I can't dismiss this, guys, without that being taken care of. Now, if he wants to cut a check to her today, 676, then I can feel comfortable dismissing.
I have no problem. I have no problem with it.
You're gonna pay the 676 today? Can you do that? Because I can't dismiss a case and still have restitution hanging over, and I don't think it's, you're good with that?
Yeah.
And what's your name, ma'am?
Michelle Cove.
I appreciate you guys coming a lot more. Your son and I are gonna have a conversation. So that's what'll happen. Do you have a checkbook here?
I do.
So you can write her the check, write out to herself, and then we're gonna cover this. Is that acceptable to everybody, Mr. Zelnick?
Works for me, Judge.
Is that acceptable, Mr. Bologna?
Absolutely.
Is that acceptable to you, ma'am? All right, that's what we'll do. So you can write that check to her. I will dismiss this as soon as they hand her the check. I'm gonna take the plea on the other turfing. And have you signed that advice of rights now, young man?
Just did.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights on that advice of rights, and we're not gonna have a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand everything that's going on?
Yes, sir.
You seem like a nice kid. Why in the world would you be doing this? We're gonna have a conversation. To the charge of turfing, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On the Brownstown case, March 29, 26, were you at 19256 Dawnshire Drive in Brownstown? What did you do?
Because I was very upset.
Upset with what?
Once we were bad breakup and.
With who? With who?
Her daughter.
So it's collateral damage.
Well, wait a minute. 19256 Dawnshire, your daughter doesn't live there, or does she?
No, it's another friend.
That's all her friend.
Well, wait a minute.
That's.
I'm just taking the plea on the Brownstown case. Okay? So why did you drive over the lawn at 19256 Dawnshire? Who did you know that lived there?
A friend that's dating your daughter.
So he intentionally drove over the lawn.
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
But you guys broke up before they started dating, right?
My understanding, yes.
Well, no, I'm asking you. You and her daughter broke up before your best friend started dating her, right?
How about if I ask the question, your best friend you found out started dating
Yes,
her
sir.
and you got upset and you made marks on everybody.
But were you broken up with her daughter at that time?
Yes, sir.
You gotta be more mature than that.
Yes, sir. I
right?
understand.
All right. Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No,
Are
sir.
you on probation or parole?
Sir.
I'll accept the plea. Ms. Frederick, I want to listen to what you have to say. Anything? I know that you're, you've got the check?
They're doing it right.
Okay,
Sorry.
go ahead and write that check and then we'll talk. Do you want to tell me anything, ma'am?
Only if you need clarification on anything.
I'll be happy to listen to anything you have to say.
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. What are you doing with your life right now?
Yeah, operator.
The what?
Operator G.
Okay,
324.
good, good. And you are going to be 20 in December?
Yes, sir.
I don't need a pre-sentence report, Mr. Zellner.
No, we're fine. He has done well, I presume, because he went straight into the union. He's got a pension and healthcare and a better suit than most lawyers here have today.
Better than one I brought. Yeah. I didn't even bring my coat in today. I put it on the couch. Anyway,
Nothing else to add. Your Honor, it speaks for itself. These are sad incidents for affairs of the heart that Ben, whose brains don't form as quickly as
I
women
know.
and crazy things.
I know. Where'd you go to high school?
Friend.
And so you're gonna stay out of here, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever have a conversation with them, man? With his parents after this?
They have reached out to me the day afterwards,
To say what?
to apologize and ask if they could make things better.
That's what I would have expected parents to do. And I want to commend you guys for doing that, because a lot of parents would not have done. A lot of parents would have looked the other way. So it means a lot to me, frankly, that the parents came with you, Mr. Toth. So that's going to help you. You don't want to embarrass your family.
No, I did not.
I feel like making you go read a poem.
To read Shakespeare, Judge.
No,
Doesn't
no,
matter.
no. I want you to Google this when you get home tonight. You don't have to do it tonight. Talk to your mom and dad about it.
Sure.
Just Google your name poem. Do that. Now, it's a little gender related, but you can look at that with your mother too. You follow me? It's your name. Read that poem. Okay? All right. I'm not gonna be that tough on him. I mean, what he did was silly. But you know what? We've all done silly things. I did silly things. We all did silly things. But I want you to understand something. I do not condone this. You got to use your brains. This kind of thing affects your future. You follow me?
Yes, sir. I completely agree.
You don't want to affect your future. So I'm taking the plea under HIDA, Mr. Zelnick. I think I already asked you, but if you have something else, I'll listen to you.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else, young man?
No, sir.
All right, let me just write this up. How do you feel about this? Because you are a victim. And I want to make sure that you're satisfied too. I don't want to poo-hoo this. I don't think there's anything to poo-hoo. By the same token, kids make mistakes. And to a 19, 20-year-old kid to find out his best friend started dating his girlfriend could have been handled like 10,000% better. But what are you asking me to do? Anything?
I'm good, thank you.
All right. I have to place you on probation. So I'm going to for 6 months. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as direct. Now, I'm not going to know if you do this, but see, your parents have shown a real interest in you. I think that's phenomenal. They did what I would have done. They did exactly what I would have done. And they're here. And that means a lot. So I want you to serve 1 day of community service by June the 30th. And I want you to be on our court work program for 1 day. And that's going to cost you $35. Parents are going to make sure you read the poem, your name. See, my father was buried 40 years ago today, so I'm a little more sentimental than usual. So, I actually went back and read that. 100 fines, 100 costs. 75 victim strikes, $50 justice. 120 in probation fees, 35 in attorney fees.
No, I'll take.
I'm sorry, 35.
I'll take the-
No. I'm sorry, 35 in court work program fees. That's $480. I want him to pay this, not you, folks. So if you need time, I don't have a problem. And they're gonna make sure that you read that. I don't need you to tell probation or prove anything to probation. They're gonna make sure you read that poem. Can you pay this today or do you need time?
Bill Trades can take care of things.
And you've received your payment, right, ma'am? The 626?
676.
676, I'm sorry. And you're satisfied?
Yes.
So I'm dismissing 260-646-409. Prosecutor indicated on the Brownstown case, victim was not seeking restitution. We're going to give you a review hearing date. You don't want this on your record. Give me a date if you would, Heather.
Okay, Judge, that will be November, well, let's see. About November 4th.
November 4th at 8:30. You don't need to show up, Mr.
This courtroom session starts like a normal day of traffic cases and plea deals, but one hearing suddenly turns into a powerful reality check about addiction, responsibility, and wasted potential. A young man stands before the judge after pleading guilty to drunk driving and cocaine possession. At first, he tries to stay respectful and calm, explaining that he works long hours and just had a bad day. But the judge immediately sees a much bigger problem. The judge starts reviewing his record out loud. Bench warrants, prior offenses, failures to appear, alcohol problems, and now cocaine use on top of driving impaired. And the more the judge talks, the more serious the courtroom becomes. You're fooling around with cocaine, and you're driving drunk. Come on. Then comes the moment that completely changes the tone. The defendant tries making excuses about not finding nearby AA meetings, and the judge instantly shuts it down. We're not going to get along very well if you're going to be this bad at complying with orders. Instead of screaming, the judge gives him something worse, a direct warning about where his life is heading if he keeps ignoring reality. He orders weekly testing, treatment, Alcoholics Anonymous meetings 3 times a week, community service, and strict probation conditions. Then he looks the defendant straight in the eye and asks one final question. You're going to take me serious, right? And suddenly, this stops feeling like just another DUI case. It becomes a judge trying to stop someone from destroying his future before it's too late. Because in court, sometimes the harshest moments happen when a judge realizes a defendant still thinks everything is temporary, while the consequences are becoming permanent. So here's the real question. Should courts focus more on strict punishment for repeat offenders like this, or on forcing treatment before addiction completely takes over someone's life? Like and subscribe for more real courtroom moments.